Hello, YouTube. This is Jeff. I'm just giving a video on LiveScan. I wanted to share some insights with you and show you what kind of equipment I use here. I'm in California, and as a notary, I was able to learn about LiveScan at the Notary Symposium. So look that up if you are a new notary. Try and get in there. It happens in November. Notary Symposium. You learn about other avenues, revenue streams you can have in your business. What I wanted to talk about, I besides, yes, I'm a full-time notary and loan signing agent. I do a lot of LiveScan, and that's what I want to talk about because that's starting to take over my notary business, doing LiveScan. Everybody here in California needs to be LiveScan for whatever reason. It's if you're getting a job, if you're becoming a real estate agent, notary, contractor, whatever, you need to be LiveScan. They do a background check on you here for most employment opportunities. If you're doing anything with childcare, that kind of thing. So there's always a constant stream of people that need to be fingerprinted. And if you don't want to get into doing electronic fingerprinting, or if your state doesn't allow it, you can always do fingerprint cards, become a certified fingerprint, a certified fingerprint roller, and do that, do some cards. So I'm going to share my screen here and get into it. Technical difficulties. You can't minimize the screen, which is a joke because I'm recording. Ridiculous. I'm not great at technology, obviously. Let me just set it up here. I want to make sure that we're not. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen here. And sharing this. Okay, so here's my screen. This is a software I use. It's Clue. And this is what I use to do fingerprinting. So just I'll show some equipment here. So this is my fingerprint reader to do electronic fingerprinting. It's called a 5.0. It's very small. So I'm mobile and I can haul all this equipment around, which consists of that. And I have a scanner that I use so I can scan people's IDs, their driver's license, and it populates all the information. And then I have my computer, my laptop. That's the bare minimum. There's some other things that I have. I have my stamp here that I stamp on the form, you know, because I don't want to handwrite stuff. And then also I have my square unit here, so I can take credit cards and print out a receipt. So that's what I use to do in my fingerprint business. So just to show you what I do here, you first click on this and it comes up with a record for you to populate. So everybody brings their LiveScan form in. You populate whatever the agency code is. So let's just do, if I can guess, notary. Here we go, notary. So Secretary of State, I'm going to be this isn't the right one. No, it's license, permit, and then you put notary here, notary, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then you'll fill in your billing number, whatever that is, and your fingerprint reading number. Okay, I'm just making up numbers because I don't need you to know my numbers. Those are supposed to be confidential. And then you fill in your information here. So name, birth date, so forth, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then you get into all the other information that they need. Okay. And down here at the bottom, it shows how much I'm supposed to collect for the agency. And I collect $49 plus my rolling fee to give a grand total to the customer. And then every month I have to pay that $49 to the DOJ. They send me a bill and I have to mail it off. Okay, which is coming up here in another few days. They're going to send me a bill for last month. So now I go over here and I want to take some of these fingerprints. So this software, since California last year, COVID-19, they made it so you only have to do flats, meaning that when I hit start, essentially I'm just going to do my thumbs first, and it's going to capture my thumbs. And then do right for. And just to let you know, I don't have good fingerprints. So here we see that it will work. It wants to get a good reading of 350 or above before it captures. You can force capture, which I do quite a bit. My fingerprints are okay, but again, they're not the best for my age. You know, they're pretty lousy. Like here, I'm having trouble getting all four. I'm not conductive enough. So you can force it and just recapture. My pinky is too low to capture. So you see that by a little asterisk here. It's only 101. So you can recapture that if you want. And hopefully it gets something better. Yeah, so it can't read it exactly the same. So it says, hey, I think you have the wrong finger. Try it again. Do it again. I'm going to force it. Okay, so there we go. That's everything. So you look at them. So the scores are 0 to 1,000. So you look at it and say, okay, does this look okay or not? Yeah, it's a 700, but it looks like they can get enough information on there. This one, not good. That's not good. I mean, it shows this delta thing here. That's awesome, but I'm missing some information here. So I probably want to redo that one. So it's good to check your prints when you're going over it. So I'm going to redo that one. And there we go. So it gives me a better score there. So click on it, check it. Okay, great. Check it. That one's okay. This one, not great when you have this kind of at the top blackish stuff. And so I'm okay. It's dry in here. My hands are dry. I'm getting some okay prints here. But sometimes you get people like this where there's too much moisture and this thing is completely black. You have to watch out for that. It's very difficult, especially with these electronic fingerprints. You have to have them blow, fans, everything, trying to get their hand to be dry enough for it to capture properly. So after you're done capturing, you get a little check mark up there. And if you get your both demographics here all set up and okay, then you're going to submit and you're good to go. And then it will go out to the DOJ. So just to also, I signed up. I can do FBI records now directly to the FBI. So these are awesome to do because these you just have to do actually the flats. That's all they look for. The left floor, the right floor, and the thumbs. And they send those off. They'll email the results directly to whatever email you put in there. And I think that costs $30 is what they charge for me to do that, plus my rolling fee. So this is just something you can get into if you want to do the electronic fingerprinting. If you're in a state where it doesn't allow you to do it, mobily, then you'll want to try and find a way to either get an office space or work with somebody to get an office space. I myself personally want to get a few notaries together and rent an office space and then rotate each day. Like if I can get, 6 notaries together, we can rent a space, share the thing. I can share the space, get everybody to be certified fingerprint roller. They could just be in there and collect the money. Whatever they collect, I'll let them, I'll keep $10 out of the thing because I have to pay for the equipment, but they can sit there and man it, collect all the notary fees and all and a portion of the live scan fees, and we can both make money. So that's kind of an idea that I have. I haven't done it yet, but something that you might want to think about doing, getting some, colleagues together to share the expense of an office. I don't want to have an office myself full time because that means I'm going to have to be there every day full time. I cannot be mobile. Okay. And it's hard to just say, okay, I'm going to shut my office when I have a loan signing, because people are going to show up at your doorstep and say, hey, I'm here at your doorstep. Okay, well, I'm not there, and even me working out of my house right now, I have people showing up at my house. I'm in front of your house. I'm like, well, I'm not there. You need to make an appointment. Okay. So that's the challenges that you have when you have an office. So that's just I just wanted to give a short overview of the live scan possibilities. And like I have people that are in Arizona, for example. They need to have a storefront. And this is what I'm talking about having a storefront. If you need a storefront, try and network with people so you can get into it and have a storefront and make that money. This is very lucrative. It can be very lucrative. I do it as a side hustle, but I get enough throughout the month that I make about $1,000 above my expenses. Okay, so that's not a lot of money, but when I'm fitting these appointments in between like loan signings and other general notary work, trust signings, and those kind of things that I'm doing, it's great, because these appointments take 15 minutes. And if you're doing a group of people, like sometimes I do 5 to 10 people, you can whip those people out in an hour. So let's just say you make $500 in an hour for a group of people. Is that worth it? Is that worth your time to get involved with it? Yes, it is expensive to get the equipment, get it going, and recoup that. But you can recoup that money after, well, it took me a little while. It took me probably about 6 months before I was able to recoup the money for my laptop and all the other supplies that I needed. But after a while, it was great, a lot of loan signings I can't do today. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you have a great day and hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, I'll leave my contact information in the description. You can contact me directly, or you can leave a comment. Try not to leave a comment, but if you have to, that's fine. I'm not going to check that stuff. So the best way to contact me will be through either giving me a call or a text. That'd be the best way. You can also send me an email. I'll put the email in there as well. So if you have questions, you're free to contact me. Thanks and have a great day. Shoot, I don't even know how to stop this thing. Here we go.